Hi, hello, I'm Kathy, and I love watching movies, talking about movies. Usually I make video essays focus on costume design, but today I wanted to do something a little different. So I only started collecting Criterion recently. I don't have a huge collection yet, but if you're interested, I recently filmed a physical media collection video, so you should go watch that. Barnes & Noble is currently having its 50% off sale. I thought it would be fun to challenge myself to see if I can buy a Criterion movie that matches each color of the rainbow. This trend is all over BookTube, so I thought, let's try a movie version of it. So we're looking at all the colors of the rainbow, Roy G. Biv. However, I think I'm gonna combine indigo and purple into one category because from what I know, the Criterion covers, like there's not a lot of them that are indigo purple. Combining those two colors will make my life easier. So I'm gonna do that. And it's one less Criterion that I have to buy. So I already know I'm gonna be dropping a bunch of money. So let's go shopping. Mission accomplished. So grab a beverage of your choice and let's talk about what I bought. For red, we have Farewell My Concubine. This red cover is so gorgeous, and so is the movie. If you want to feel sad while looking at beautifully crafted shots, this is your film. It's a sweeping epic story that spans many years and touches upon parts of Chinese history, and it also has a huge focus on Chinese opera, which is a visually stunning art form in itself. So it's nice to see that captured on film. I adore Leslie Chung in this, but then again, who am I kidding? I adore him in everything. Gong Li also wears some fire outfits here. Just the whole thing is just so beautiful. But it will make you very sad, so beware before you watch the movie. But I do think it is worth a watch, and I'm glad to have it in my collection now. Godzilla needs no introduction, but this fiery cover is the perfect entry for the color orange. Showa era Godzilla is my favorite era because I tend to gravitate towards movies in that time period. Someday I would love to own the giant Godzilla box set. So in the meantime, I am happy to own this. Our yellow pick is The Awful Truth. This is my only blind buy of the haul. Since I have very limited space, I don't like to just blind buy movies without watching them first, because what if I don't like it? So most of the time I am very picky in what I pick up. However, I'm making an exception here because can you go wrong with Cary Grant? But honestly, there hasn't been any Cary Grant movie that I haven't liked or enjoyed in some fashion. This is a screwball comedy and there's a dog on the cover, so I am bound to like this. It's about a couple who's trying to file for divorce, and obviously, a lot of things get in the way of that. Be sure to follow me on Letterboxd so you can find out if I enjoyed this movie. Speaking of Cary Grant, for green, I have Holiday. There are many other movies with a true green cover, but when I saw this, I knew I had to own it. It stars Katharine Hepburn and Cary Grant. This is before Philadelphia Story. Honestly, any of the movies where they're both in it together is chef's kiss. I always have a good time when either of them are on the screen, so imagine them both in the same movie. Legendary. Holiday is a love letter to weirdos and idealists everywhere. It has both anti-capitalist themes and Cary Grant doing backflips. Like, the duality in this movie is great. And of course, it has some gorgeous costume design as well. For Blue, I picked The Tales of Hoffman. This is directed by the same duo who did The Red Shoes. It's a compilation of different fantastical vignettes, which all have great dancing, stunning costumes, and breathtaking sets. It's a feast for both your eyes and ears. Don't expect a traditional movie. It's more similar to watching a ballet or an opera performance, except the individual bits sometimes don't relate to each other. You're not really there for the plot. You're there to just watch everything unfold and just like see the beautiful movement and the way, things are shot. And of course, since it's Powell and Pressburger, everything is beautiful and colorful and even a little bit strange. And the best way to enjoy it is just to sit back and just watch everything and not try to understand what's going on. Just be there for the vibes. And lastly, for Purple, we have Moonstruck. I've watched this movie twice already this year because I love it so much. And it's one of those movies where I'm like, why didn't I watch this sooner? It stars Cher, who looks like a goddess here, and Nicolas Cage, who looks very hot. Before this movie, I harbored no feelings of attraction to Nicolas Cage, and after this movie, I do. So it's a little upsetting and confusing. I don't know. Women don't want perfect men. They want flawed, quirky, really weird characters like Nicolas Cage in this movie. I recently vlogged my at-home movie marathon, and this movie was on my roster. So expect that video soon. You'll be able to see my live reactions to Moonstruck, so be on the lookout for that. Lastly, if you haven't watched this movie or you haven't watched it in a while, pay attention to how many references to death they make here, because I didn't realize until I watched this video essay. It's one of those films that deserves a rewatch, honestly. And I've already watched it twice this year, so I can attest to that. So that's it for my Rainbow Criterion challenge. For those of you who participated in the sale, let me know what you bought. I'm always nosy and I love to see what people are buying. If you have any video ideas, leave them in the comments, or you can drop them in the YouTube community section. I honestly can't believe I'm at 10,000 followers. Boggles my mind. And I hope that you stick around for the next 10,000 followers. Subscribe if you want, but only if you want.